Hello everyone, hope you're all okay. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and welcome to anybody who's new. It's nice to have you along. I hope you're all doing well today. I've finally changed the setting on my camera, so let's hope this one comes out way better than the others. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and if you're not, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully this video will bring you some peace and calm and relaxation, however you're feeling, good, bad, or indifferent. Doesn't really matter. This is just, we're just coming along to have a bit of fun, not taking ourselves too seriously, just enjoying ourselves. So, I've been having a bit of a play this morning. I have a bit of a play. I made all these. Let's move that out of the way. I made these. I was going to make them on Throwaway Thursday, but I had a lot of deliveries and things coming this morning, and I didn't want to keep stopping the video, so I just made them and got up unnecessary. So I just went through my scraps, pulled them all out in my neutral scraps should I say, and stamped them, and then stamped inside them again. So I've made all these from scratch. I'm really quite happy with them. There's a lot of them actually. A few strips of paper goes a long way when you're making little things like this. And I also did, been a busy bee, get that one up, some on fabric like this. So these are fabric ones. I made a few fabric ones, which I'm quite pleased with. I mean, you wouldn't want to put them through the wash, but I'm not going to wash my journals. So that was fun. And I spent before doing that, I spent quite a long time, loads and loads of bits of material. And I've been dyeing them with ink, you know. My hands are still a bit pink, a bit salt, a bit coloured still, but yeah, these two are virtually dry actually. A few of them aren't quite dry. They've got them all spread out in the kitchen. And yeah, I used Vintage Photo, Walnut Stain, Ground Espresso, dried mango, I think it's dried mango, Rusty Hinge, and aged mahogany. So they're all this style. They're all the distressed oxides. This is a distressed ink. I use the distressed oxide Tim Holtz, and well, yeah, that's an oxide, this one. But I do that on my glass. I have a glass I do all my work on. But I didn't do that with you because you'd get the ring lights reflecting. That's all you'd end up getting. So because I like to use my glass tray, I actually did that bit off camera, but you'll see the results of it. I'm sure you've seen many other crafters do that as well. I have got the thing that goes on top of here, but do you think I can find it? You know, the sheet that goes on top. If you've ever bought one of these Tim Holtz tonic glass mats, I love it, but as I say, it's not so good for videoing, which is why I got the paper on. Anyway, I think in our last video we made some masterboards and we cut them up, didn't we, like this? And that's kind of where we left it, isn't it? Well, I'm still working on those two journals, the kit one, which is good for starters, which is this one. I've started the second signature, and I've done one page so far, I think. Oh no, I've done two. Yep. 3. There we go. Oh, 4. A bit more than I thought. Did I do this? I don't think I did this on camera, this bit. I know I did. I did a lot of this one on camera, I think, of this first signature. I think I did some of this on camera. Anyway, made some of the ephemera on camera. Do you know, when you do 3 or 4 videos a week, it's difficult to remember what you've done on camera and what you haven't. So yeah, I've going to make some bigger ephemera, because the ephemera that comes with the kit is all quite small, and I just wanted just 1 or 2 bigger pieces to go in it. And I also want to make some for my pet one, this one, right? When we did a bit of these, didn't we? We did a bit of this one. I believe, as well. So today, I'd just like to use what we made last time and make them into usable bits for those two journals. So that's the theme. I was scouting through my stuff and I found this lovely postcard, and I thought that, because it's got two lovely bunnies on, I thought that'd go nicely in the pet one, so I just grabbed that out as well. It's more the pet one that I need more stuff for, I think. I've got quite a lot of journal cards, but I thought I might make these two, or particularly these two, I think it is, into tags as well. So, and I got out some of these. I don't know if I'll get on this. I got given this pack. It's watercolour postcards they are. It's a whole book of them. Some kind person gave me these. And I thought they would also make, they're a lovely height for a tag. I've got an awful lot of journal cards. It's tags I'm short of. So I thought I could make them into a tag, because I've got so many. I don't need that many postcards. And that would be another good starting point. So I've got that out if we get that far. Knowing the speed I work, we probably won't. But one can always hope. Excuse me. Just taking a swig of my coffee. I've changed the release of my videos. I'm now doing them Monday, Thursday, Saturday. They should start coming out Monday after the first three, which all went a bit weird. It's all learning things for me, downloading to YouTube and everything. It's all still fiddling around in the dark a little bit, really. But I hope in future they will start coming out on a Monday, a Thursday, and a Saturday. And I would like to thank the lovely lady who sent a lovely comment, who saw my video and subscribed straight away. And I've had about 70 views, so I'm very happy with that. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing and liking, and mind you, out of 70 views, I only got 6 likes. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I've really enjoyed doing these, so I'm not going to stop anytime soon, regardless of what the algorithm shows us. You know, I'm just going to carry on having fun and bringing some of you along with me, which hopefully you'll enjoy too. Let's get crafting and stop waffling, shall we? Now this is very bold. Let's start on an easy one, shall we? This is nice and neutral. Let's have a look. That's going to be way too big for this, but just cut it down a little bit. Alternatively, we could use, that's a bit smaller, you see, so we'll cut this one down to fit in this journal somewhere. So I'll cut it to there. Let's start by cutting it roughly the right size. I don't know where it's going to go in the journal, but I mean, don't get me wrong, the kits are lovely and you don't actually have to make anything for them. It's just I like a lot more various sizes, should we say, of, here we go, here it is, of labels and tags and things, you know. That would make quite a nice little, yeah, we'll keep that, use that. So we'll make one for the kit, and then we'll concentrate probably more on some tags for the pet one. Let's just roll with it and see how it goes, shall we? Let's just do that. I've still got all this lovely paper here, so we can put some of that on here. Oh, I like that bit. I know it's already covered with the neutrals, but nope, let's not float in the boat. As you can't actually see the birds. Oh, I think I'm going to put that there. Yes, I am. So how have you all been? Hope you've all been okay. I'm not sure what I'm looking for at the moment. Oh, corner rounder for there. And this may not be wise. We've got at the moment an horrendous, well, not they're ever good. I mean, I don't mind thunderstorms, but we've got quite a bad thunderstorm at the moment. I apologise if we suddenly go very dark, but I must admit, don't normally have an issue with power when we have thunderstorms. So that's good. And it's not too loud either. Most of the thunder has stopped now, so if that bothers you, you'll be pleased to know that it's pretty much stopped. It's just, we did have a severe weather warning this morning for this village and the surrounding area. But I don't consider a thunderstorm severe weather, but hey ho, you have to be, they have to cover everyone, don't they? I'm very glad I'm not going anywhere out the house today because it's awful out there. There is still another delivery. Oh, I like that side as well. Oh, now I'm snookered. Look, I like that side as well. Actually, I prefer that side for this. So, having inked that side, I should have looked on the other side first, shouldn't I? Take that bit of white off. And the corner's going to be the wrong side now, look. So I'm going to do all of them, and then it won't look weird. I'm going to do both of them, should I say. I did notice on my videos, actually, that my speech and the noise is actually a fraction behind the video. I don't know why that is, because I record them at the same time. I don't do voiceover. Maybe somebody who's in the know could tell me. It could just be the age of my machine. I was using a mic at one point, but I found it made zero difference. So maybe it's just not a good enough microphone. So anyway, the ones I played back, I know you have to turn it up, but you could hear me fine, so I don't know. I'm a crafter, not an IT person, you know. Here we go. Let's do some inking up. Let's do some gluing up. Let's get some paper on paper. Oh, got buzzing in my ears. Do you ever get that when the pressure changes? You get buzzing in your ears. That's really weird. Oh, heck. Concentrate, Becky, concentrate. Right way up. There we go. Quite like that. That's not going to stick down because I didn't. That's not going to do anything, is it? It's the wrong end, you daft woman. There we are. There we go. There we go. What shall we put on this? We'll put something nice on this, as opposed to something horrible. As if. I've changed them to the 2 trays because there was so much stuff. It's just easier to see what I've got with them on here. Yeah, that's why I've done that. They're quite. Some of these are quite small. The birdie isn't. Nope, it's not doing it. This one's. Yep, don't want a sideways bird. I don't mind this at all. I'm going to cut the edge off though. The edge is bugging me. I'm going to make the edge wibbly wobbly. I would normally tear it off, but it's just not enough for me to grab hold of to tear off. So I'll make the edge a bit wibbly wobbly like it is. Watching some crafting YouTubes last night, and I watched one from G. Kerr from Happiness and Crafting, and she did a tall journal, tall thin one, but she did a wonderful spine. It was very interesting, and I think quite challenging, but I found it interesting. I did enjoy it very much. I don't find the tall journals sell particularly well, but that can just be the area you're in or how well you're known, I guess. But they are a nice change, aren't they, from... Is that door the right way? No, let's see, the gate's upside down. So yeah, that was really fascinating. Check her out. I'll try and Hey, look, I might try and link her. So I see if I can do that. Link her video. Could take me a while, but I'll see if I can sort that out. I'd love to be able to link Julie from Camellia Crafts designs too, because I find her very inspiring. I want to do some of her. She did some nice clusters, nice flat clusters, which I need to do. My clusters are usually quite bulky. I need to do some nice flat ones. There is so much. I mean, the list of things I'd like to do is pretty endless, to be honest. I certainly don't lack ideas. I just lack time to do them. That's what I lack. I lack time to do them. Put something up there. Yep. Yeah, yep. It's coming together. It's coming together. Got an idea what I want to do now. Just checking it wasn't gluey. So have you got anything nice planned for the weekend? I haven't. Well, just work, actually. Just more work. Well, I sound that makes that sound awful. I love crafting, so I've got a lot of ideas of stuff I want to make. Whether I'll record it or not, I don't know. I may not on Saturday. I'll have to see. I have Friday afternoons off usually. I call it my rest day. That's a joke. Rest afternoon, I go out in the morning. And Sunday, I do any gardening that needs doing. Which will be very minimal, I imagine, this weekend because it's going to be very wet. That includes sorting my indoor plants out as well. I have quite a few indoor plants. I love house plants, more so than garden plants, really. But yeah, my garden hasn't done very well this year. I think it's to do with the extreme heat. I only have tubs. I don't have flower beds. And to be honest, honestly, I think it was just way, way too hot. I couldn't keep up with the water flow, how much water they needed. And of course, been away for 2 weeks. Pretty much did it in, you know. I lost two or three plants altogether. Never mind. All fun for next year, isn't it? I'm very fortunate. My soon-to-be daughter-in-law, my son's partner, who's getting married in November, she works at a garden centre. And it's a garden centre I used to use all the time, so that's very useful. Very nice. Give her a ring and see if there's anything for sale. In the sales, you know, not for sale. There's a lot of things for sale, but see what's in the sales. Yeah. Did I put that on the right way? Yes, I did. I want something on top. Now, do we use material or do we use a tag? Hum. Let's see this second one. How's this second one doing? It's going to go in here somewhere. Yeah, I think we'll have material. Let me get my little thing out. Oh, got some green now as well. There's a bit. I might have a bit. No, I think we'll go back to the pink because we've been using pink. I need some more pink, don't I? How much pink do I have left? One at the bottom there. They're not going to all fit in there soon. I'll have to find another home for them. I love the little pegs that come on. And I mean, you can buy the pegs on their own, you know. You don't have to buy it on the pegs. But it's storing them. You know, I store most of my stuff in boxes. If I ever get around to doing a tour of my craft room, if you're interested, that is. There's something in that. I'll show you, but I need the feedback first to find out what you'd like. That's not the middle, is it? I know why. I've been doing some wedding stuff for my same soon-to-be daughter-in-law, and I had to extend this bit, so I was thinking of that. So I was stamping it. I was chomping it off once, and then I did it again to make it slightly longer because the ribbon I'm using to go through the top of those is the seat reserve things. That's the wrong bin. This bin. The ribbon is wider on that one. I am just waffling. Just ignore me. I'm just waffling. I'm wondering if this needs another. I feels a bit like it needs another tag. I'm thinking about putting another label. I'm thinking about putting a bit of material one on, to be perfectly honest. I just fancy. I'll stop saying that. To be perfectly honest, it drives me up the wall when people say it, and now I'm saying it. I think that needs to go on there. So let's. I think we'll use this. Oh, it's the first time being used for a couple of days. I've been cutting out a lot of fussy cuts. I've got glue on here, that's for sure. There we go, it's working now. Now I don't know if these will work or not. I've not made stamped on the material before, but I'm sure it will. Don't put any glue where the ink is though. Put you the other way up. Oh, yes, I like that. I like that little bit sticking up as well. Yes, that's nice. Ooh. I think I've got a different incense burning. It smells nice, that one. That's one piece done. Wow. I shall put that over there for now, out the way. Let's do another one. The same height, I think. See if I can just cut this off straight instead of getting there. There we go. Chair's squeaking again. Oops, sorry. Lots of different colours going on here, isn't there? Let's find a bit of paper to. Whoa, sorry, they all fell out of the. They all fell out of the clip. Find a fairly neutral thing to go over some of that because it's quite. Oh, here we go. Oh, actually, is that the way on that one? It is. Let's use this pink one instead. And then, yeah, let's cover half of it up at least because there's a lot going on there. Let's go there. I want to cut it there. I want to cut it there. Oh, there it is. Couldn't see for looking. Can we put it down the middle or to one side? Got a thing about putting things to one side. If I put it down the side, you can still see a little bit of that. Yep. Let's put it down the side here. Ink it up. I've been playing, as you can see, look. I've been using my, this paper that I use here. I reuse it once I've finished using it on here. I fold it so it's in A5 shape. Double, so it's A4 basically, which is what we use in the UK. Sometimes I emboss it, and I use it as pages in a journal. It doesn't get wasted. Or I'll use it as a drop page when I'm doing some painting. I wanted to do some painted papers, but I thought I will do some, but I felt it might be a little bit boring on screen. So it might be something I'll do off screen. We'll have to see. Let me know if you want to see me do it. I've got a whole list of things in my book. I definitely want to do some clusters with you. Some flat clusters, you know, rather than my chunky ones. Although I have got a box with clusters and edges on, which is actually quite full. But I don't think you can ever have too many. Can't have too much craft stuff, can you? Take that one off. Right, let's see what we've got. Oh, that all fell apart, didn't it? Stuck you over there for a minute. Let's see what we've got in here. Go on there. Two signatures out the way. Yeah, I thought I had some. I feel this is back to front. That doesn't help, does it? Thinking, why haven't I got any bits and bobs? It's because they're all at the front here. There we are. I might make this a double one. I do them occasionally. Is that too wide? It is. Have I got a small one of those? I have. A tag and a tag for them for love. I forgot the name of what they were called then. There's this one too. Oh, that looks nice with that, doesn't it? If I put that on, we're getting yet another combination going. So I prefer the big one. I could bring it down a bit. Could make it a bit smaller. Where's the other bit? Here it is. I could trim it so it'll fit on. Or do we go for the small one? I might change the shape of that actually and use the small one. Let's do that. Let's change the top to this. Show how you change a tag quickly. Just going to draw around here. Hope you can see all right. Put the big one back for a minute. Cut around here. It's going to be quite difficult because it's very thick now. I think it'd look odd with a different shaped top. Just my opinion. So yeah, I've had a very messy, grungy morning, but it's been fun. Oh yes, I like that. I like that a lot. I've gone quiet, haven't I? What relief, you're thinking. She's actually shut up for 5 seconds. I like that. I think I might make. I'm thinking about. No, don't go mad, woman. Don't go mad. Right, we need some. Talk about making it up and winging it as you go along, eh? Oh, I like it up there. I like it under there. Right. Right. All right, for tags, yep. I always like to, you know, audition bits before I go to sticking everything down. I think we all do, don't we? I'm not one to... I love auditioning, so I'm sorry if you get bored during this bit. Oh, that's quite nice. Of course, none of the fit. It can go... Ooh. No, not 2 roses. Where's the butterfly gone? The butterfly would look nice. Right, I like those 2. Those 2, okay. Now we need some labels. Labels. You've twisted. It's a bit white, but I can colour that. It says but. Perhaps we'll cut that bit off. Sorry. That's just my weird sense of humour coming there. Let's just change that round. I don't really want but sticking out. I know it's only got 1 T on, but it just seems very wrong to have the word but sitting on the end there. Maybe they didn't realise. Maybe Pink Mark Prince didn't notice that when they did it. Maybe it's... No, it definitely says but. There's no two ways about it. But it has only got 1 T though, so I'm going to pop that one there. There, that tickled me. Da-dee-da-dee-dum. Ooh. Label on there. Yeah, I want one with writing on there. This one. You can go there. Yep, like you. Do all this, then I'm going to trim that as well. I don't like the way that's not cut evenly. I want a bit down here. Yeah, liking that. So let's put the butt on first and get rid of it. I bet Monarch Prince swearing at me now for noticing that. Sorry. We'll ink it at the end. Ink it at the end. I am going to cut this. Sorry, I'm going to cut the edge off. Don't like the fact that I didn't, when I cut it, I didn't do it neatly enough. Oh, there we go. I have to confess, I got a bit of an headache. I got a bit of a headache. It's probably the thunderstorm, as they say. What's time? Yep. Are you ready? Is this gluey? Yep, that's gluey. Went out and saw some friends yesterday. I probably told you this before, I go to a knit, I've got to do that from I go to a knitting group. I don't knit when I'm there, I only knit in the winter. And I apologise if I've repeated this before. But there might be somebody new out there, so we'll tell them. And it was lovely. And somebody turned up who we haven't seen for ages, and it was so nice to see. Turned up out of the blue. And she showed us this amazing thing that she's been making. They're wind twirlers, wind spinners, I think they're called. She got them off a website. She got the pattern off a website, should I say, and linked me to the website. And they're made out of wool, believe it or not. You know, she crocheted them, and I like to crochet, so sorry, I wasn't sure if I was sticking that completely down, but I am. Yeah, I like to crochet, so yeah, I think once I finish this sewing project that I'm working on, which I can't say too much about because it's for somebody who might be listening. It's a gift. So she probably isn't. She probably doesn't have time. One of my sisters. But just in case, you never know. I don't want to spoil the surprise. I've nearly finished it though. So after that, and we've got some poppies to do. The church, not my church, but the church in the city where I meet these ladies for knitting has asked for some poppies for a celebration thing they're doing. I'm not entirely sure. Perfectly honest, I probably wasn't listening properly. I just heard the word, can you knit or crochet some poppies? So, oh yes, I can do that. I can crochet poppies in my sleep. So, yep, be doing some of those when I get my knitting out again. I don't knit little bits and bobs like that. I always crochet them. I mean, you can crochet half a dozen poppies in an evening. Just as well as they want 600 of them. Not sure what they're going to do. Oh, I think they're going to display. Obviously, they're going to display them. They had a person that did all the displays, but he's recently become a widower. So I don't think he's doing it this year. Anyway, I'm quite happy to help do some poppies. It's really warmed up now the thunderstorm's been and gone. You'd think it'd cool off, wouldn't you? It's really warmed up again. How strange. There, that's a tag, which is going to go in a pocket. It's going to have another tag. I like that. Quite happy with that. If I say so myself. Excuse me, just going to have a coffee. Right, let's see. Are these too small for in here? Oh no, that's not too small for in there, is it? Needs backing. Yep. Those two can go in there. I'll just see if I've got any done, any backed. See if I've got any diddy ones backed. I think I have actually. I've got one. Have I got any others? I used all my diddy ones up. Oh, I've got some more here. Oh, there's another one. Save you having to watch me do some backing. Yeah, look. Tags and tags in a tag. Good, good. So let's ink those, and that's 2 done. I think I vaguely remember what time I started. Yeah, I do. Actually, having inked those, I think I am just going to do the corners with a very small one, because that's my useless one, that is. I want the very little one. Excuse me, crashing around in my drawer. I have a drawer next to me which is full of bits and punches and stuff like that. They do go in the pockets better when you do this. This one is going to have a little hole in the top. That's my mini hole maker, yes. Because that's got a tab. I can put a little tab on that one. Look, it's got a little faux tab. Let's get rid of those bits. And I've got some really thin. Let's just see if one of these will fit on here. No, but that probably would. Yeah, it needs numbers on there. Got this one. Can you see what I'm doing? Faffing, as usual. I was thinking the other day, I know it's a generic term in the United Kingdom. You have to tell me in America, if there's anybody out there watching. I said the other day that I had a frog in my throat, which I often get. And it just suddenly dawned on me that some people may not know what that term means. I'm sure it's I know it's universal in the UK, but I'm sure everybody knows what that means, don't they? It's when your voice is croaky, you know. I do hope everybody understood what I was talking about and hadn't I hadn't gone off the rails completely. I'm going to put a little bit thin. I'm going to put that on there. Sorry, I just sat there for ages faffing, didn't I? Oof. And faffing. You know, please. It's funny how you use terms, isn't it? And you just assume the world over knows exactly what you mean. When some of them, I mean, I'm not local to the area, so I tend not to use totally local terminology. I'm looking for a basket, which I can't find at the moment, which has my little bits of stuff in. My little bits of ribboning, as I can't find it. I wonder where it's gone. I'll leave it for now. Oh, there it is. She says. Here it is. My little basket's turning up there. There, this stuff. It's very, very thin. Now I've lost my scissors. There they are. That's what the pole's for. That's what the thingy's for. That's what this is for. Here, so I don't keep losing them. Yeah. I found out a lot when I moved to Yorkshire. I must admit, they do say some strange things. I mean, I think different areas do, and I'm sure it's the same the world over, that different localities use different terminology. It's like, I mean, I don't have one here, but a lot of houses in the UK, not a lot, some houses in the UK are what we call terraced houses, which I know are fairly unique to the UK, I think, and smaller European villages. That's where there's a whole row of houses together. And behind the row of houses, you often have an alleyway, so you can get into the back garden. And a lot of people have heard of alleyways, I'm sure of that. When I moved up here, I discovered they called them 10-foot. They said, oh, you have to go down the 10-foot. I'm thinking, what the heck is a 10-foot? You know, round the back, the 10-foot. I'm thinking, nope, no idea what you're talking about. So, yeah. Let me know if where you come from, any of the locals say something that maybe is unique to their area. It would be interesting. And that's those two done. I'm not sure about anything on the top of that yet, so I'm leaving it for now. I quite like that smooth neatness. Right, let's do some for the pets. Let's finish with that. I'll put them on there because I'm not going to be using them, but I can use this with the pets as well. I'm going to cut this one in half because I've got a lot of journal cards. How wide is this? This is 10, just over 10 centimetres, which I want it just over 5, don't I? Doesn't have to be perfectly in half, although that is pretty much perfectly in half. Let's I've got two of these. One of them's much better. This one's, the old one's better, I think, than the new one I did. Right, this one. I've told you before, this in the UK you can get what they call blue badges for disabled people, so they can park closer to the shops. I would be completely lost without my blue badge. Totally. Well, I just wouldn't go out. I wouldn't go to the shops or anything, you know. A bit frustrating when people abuse them, but I must admit, they're a godsend. They really are. Right, I've already done it with this one, so I'm going to do it again with this one. Let's do a couple of pet ones. It's nice to use this stuff we made last. I still can't go over the fact that it has one of my relatives' names on there. Funny. Just goes to show it's a very old name, because this is a photocopy of an antique piece of ephemera from, I think, Roxy Creations. I won't swear to it, but I'm fairly certain it is. Oh, they've turned out the same, haven't they? Look. Right. Stop waffling, woman. I've got that, and I like these paws. I know, well, they aren't just dogs, are they? I'm going to cover that up because it's so obviously a name. That's just sort of could be gibberish, but right, let's pop these paws on here. I might have been saying something earlier and I've lost track. Wouldn't be at all surprising for me. Oh gosh, I've gone down to a 6x6 working area again. There we go. That one can go on there. Put something different on that one. Oh, that clashes nicely. Well, we'll use that. I don't want to cover it all up. Just some of it, but not all of it. This is a that'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it? That's too big though. It covers the whole thing up, doesn't it? What do I have in here? What do I have? I could do a similar thing to what I did with the other journal. We could have a tag in a tag. We could have a pocket in the tag instead of a tag. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. I'm going to glue that on there. Just going to ink it a bit first, just so we can see the edges a bit. It's vellum, this is. Sorry, did I go off screen? This is vellum, and it's actually a printed piece of vellum. And I'm going to stick it on here. I apologise if I was off screen for a few minutes. And then this tag is going to have a pocket on it. There we go. I'll do the edges in a minute. While that bit dries, let's do this bit. Use this one because that's what's already used. I think I'm going to do the tops as well. I'm just thinking actually I might tear it. I think I'm going to tear it. Yeah, I am going to tear it. Everything doesn't have to be... I've only got one piece of this, so I'm using it sparingly. Yeah, I like that better. It can all be very level and... Oh, that's not working anymore. Ink. Put that in the... Put it away, woman, and then you can find them. It's funny that when you're watching somebody and they can't find an item and you keep saying, it's there, it's on your desk, I can see it. Let's glue that in. We could make that a pocket. Nope, we're not going to be excessive and we're not going to do two the same. So no would be the answer to that. Let's put that in that bin. I think I've explained before why I have two bins. So I'm not chucking it on the floor. I have a bin on my right for recycling and a bin on my left for non-recycling. That's that one. Oh, put them away, didn't I? Oh dear, I am a bit of a wally chops. There we go. Ink there. I like that. Nope, it didn't come off. I've got enough room on my desk to leave everything out anyway. Lovely thing about using Masterboards, of course, is the back's already done. Oh, we're getting there. I've done something. Right, let's get some animals out. Try not to have all dogs. I haven't done anything cats recently, or I've done quite a few bunnies, I know that much. There's any cats in here. There's a horse. Oh, squirrel. I don't think anybody has pet squirrels. I don't know why there's squirrel in there. pussycats. Let's see if I can find a pussycat. Well, there's a strange... Oh, he's not the most attractive pussycat, is he? He's a tad small for there as well. Oh, that's a nice cat. Yeah, she'd lose her tail though, wouldn't she? Oh, too big, too small. Let's see if we can get one just right, shall we? Oh, he's cute. I like what he's doing. Oh, we're going to have to put him on somewhere. Yeah, he's hanging on a piece of rope. I think that'll go well on here. We'll pop him on here somewhere. We'll put something else under him in a minute. I thought that was quite good. Oh, what's this? Is this a rat or a mouse? Oh, it's a mouse. People do have pet mice. He's a bit big for what I want, though. Oh, look. I've got a Diddy mouse. He fit on there perfectly, look. Huh. I've been given this. It's fluffy. It's soft. It's textured. That's the word. Textured. I've got to pop him on there. And I'll just leave that there for now. There you go. So the mouse is going on there. The pussycat's going on there. But well, I know he's hanging in midair. So he doesn't need to be grounded, I suppose, because he's hanging in midair. But it needs more. We need more, don't we? Let's see what we've got here. Got a nice big chunky ticket here. I could put that there. Can you see what I'm doing? Oh, a little pussycat could be hanging from there, and then we can put a nice tag at the top. That looks a bit better. Let's just concentrate on her first. It's using too much brain power to try and work onto it once. Let's cut him out. Sorry, I hadn't cut him out properly. I probably got really tired of cutting him out, I imagine. This is another one of those, that book I got given by from my sister. I'm one of 5, you know. I have 4 other siblings. And I'm smack bang in the middle. I have 2 older and 2 younger. Which is why out of 5 I'm in the middle. Yeah, you didn't really need that maths worked out for you, did you? I used to have a couple of cats. Kevin and Perry, they were called. I got given them by a friend. I always seem to be given my animals by other people who can't look after them for some reason or other. Anyway, last one, they were brothers, Kevin and Perry, and Perry died about 18 months, 2 years ago now, and he was 22 when he died. He did ripe old age. He was a lovely boy, but he'd lost his faculties a little bit towards the end, bless him. Gone deaf. Anyway, I know it does sound like I lose more. I have lost all my pets now, so I'm not getting any more. I'm too traumatised losing all my pets. I'm not having any more. I'm moving on to grandchildren now. Just having my grandchildren. Oh, this cat. I want to use this cat, but he's really is a little bit on the small side. So what I could do was I could put him on a tag to go in that one, couldn't I? Because I just want to use this cat. So that's what we'll do. We'll find something a bit bigger for here. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to have to pause you for a minute because after all my planning, there's somebody at the door. I'm back. So, what is that on the floor? Sorry, not that you need to know what I'm picking up off the floor. Just a bit of paper. Right, I'm not getting on very well with these two, am I? Really dragging my heels. So, he's now going on a tag. He's definitely going there. Oh, get your act together, woman. Sometimes, oh, I like that stamp. Oh, yes, I do like that stamp. That stamp could go up there. And I just saw a tiny little bunny rabbit down here as well. Go on there. Let's get a bigger bunny rabbit to go on there. I'm going to have to put a bunny on here. I'm going to put a bunny on. cut him out, will he fit on? If I cut him out, yeah, I think he might. Oh, you don't want to sit there and watch me cutting out again. There, a bunny and a pussycat, and that's going to be a mouse and a pussycat. Animals are not easy to do, I've decided. There's one already cut out, look. I prefer that. No, you don't have to watch me cut that out now because I've got one already cut out. Yes, we're pretty much there now. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I got lots of stamps with animals on. I'll have to see if I can dig them out. There may not be any. Right, that's going there. Let's do it. Let's not faff about anymore. Let's just get the darn thing done before you all fall asleep with boredom. Right, let's glue that on there. Bet you didn't realise it. People could actually work this slowly. But like I said at the beginning, it's not designed to be a fast pace. I think this is one I've stamped, because I do have a bunny rabbit stamp. Well, I did have one anyway. I don't know if I have any more. Onto a nice piece of old paper. I used to have some of those on some material as well at one point. I think I've used them all. I quite like stamping on material. Makes a nice change. On you go, bunny. Actually, it could well be a hair for all I know. There we go. I'm going to pop you on there. You noticed I do a lot of popping. I pop this here and we pop that there. That's a sticky back, so we're going to stick that there. Finally, got it done, look. He's going on. I'm going to pop him one. But he needs a piece of greenery to sit on. He can't just sit there. Let's cut a piece. Let's tear a piece of greenery off. Can't have him just sitting in midair, I'm afraid. He needs to be grounded. I have to ground him. You can have tickets floating in midair. But you can't have mice floating in midair. Not according to my brain, anyway. Right, I'm going to use other glue for this because it's quite a heavy duty piece of. I wonder who. Oh, I can't. My friend has a friend who, oddly enough, who brings in to the knitters group. She's a close friend, Glennis, who I've mentioned before. She brings in bags of complete and utter random stuff. Really random. And you know what? Sometimes there's little gems in there. It's very kind of her to bring it in. And I actually really like it when she does, because there's so many random stuff in there that you think, what? And then I find a use for them, which I'm well chuffed about. We want a little plain-ish. I can't find a plain tag. I'll make one quickly, but I should be able to. I got a plain tag in here. I have in here. I know where I might have one. I might have one in the back of here. It's got a rose on it. No, I don't. Ah, here we go. This is stuff I can make some tags on. There we go. About a piece of wall. Right. Yeah, this will do nicely. So we want it sort of there to about there. Might make him a little bit taller. Where's the mark? There it is. Just check that'll fit in. Yep. Use that side. I think I left a pencil mark on here. I did. This one, little one might work for this. Or it might not. I'm very close to actually binning that one. No point in giving it to the charity shop because it doesn't work for me. It's not going to work for anybody else, is it? It's very annoying when you pick up cutters from charity shops and they don't work. You think, well, if it don't work, why give it away? You know, it's very noble to give things away, but not if they don't work. Some things just come to the end of their life. What's annoying is that it's actually pretty new, that little one. Not sadly new enough to send back, but relatively new. I'm going to just put this little piece of paper on the back so somebody can write on it if they wish to. I'm just going to leave it rough. I think we're coming up to the end, you know, but I would like to each get 4 things done, which is quite good for me. Oh dear. There you go. You can't see that, but I can. There's a bit of thing over there. That's for somebody to write on. We're going to put our pussycat on here. Oh, yes, he fits on there perfectly. We'll give him a bit of grass as well, look. Actually, we'll give him a bit of brick wall. How about that? Let's cut that bit off. I am going to have to use this though because it's a piece of card and it's not going to fit on. I'm going to have to take some off. There he is. And he's going to go on there. Yes, he is. All this just so I can use this blasted pussycat. Well, kitten, I think it is, actually. Then we'll put a little label on, and he's done. I don't know if that's an hour or not, but it might be slightly less, but I imagine it's near enough. There we go. Help me, Mum, help me, I'm stuck. I've got to put a label in, the thingy in there, haven't I? Let's put a little label on you. I'm going to use one of these little ones from here. I'm going to use you because I can. Oh, poor puppy upstairs, it's crying again. Can't believe he's on his own so long. I better not go on about that. It could be controversial. We'll change the subject. I've already mentioned that my neighbour's got a new puppy. I mentioned it a few times a little while ago. How cute he is. There we go. That's nice. I like that. I'm gonna put one of these on, I think. I know this is out the other kit, but it doesn't matter. I like that one. Oops, I caught it. Yep, I use this one. Sorry, I do ink everything. Have I gone off screen? I am sorry. I was just looking at my tags. Nothing very interesting. Oh, going on. There we go. Oh, no, no, get up there. That's how I wanted it. There we go. That's how I want it. Yeah. We've done 4. I might put something on top of there. 2 for the pets and 2 for the Pink Monarch Prince one. I like that bit sticking up there. There. Well, I did get something done anyway. Bearing in mind they're made from scratch, so yeah. Well, that's it, folks. I think I've waffled on and probably bored you. Anyway, please put stuff in the feedback comments just so I know where we're at and what you want, what you'd like to see out of the numerous ideas I've got. I'll quickly run through some thoughts I've had. You know, I mean, so I'll probably do some of these anyway. I've got my little, this is my craft journal that I made, so I could write notes down. Some of these, I think, yeah, I saw that on one. Flat, I've already mentioned flat. And to use stamps, yes. I was watching Bohemian Crafting the other day. And she did some stuff with stamps. I've got loads of stamps. And I think it was Crafting with Tony. Did some faux policy envelope pocket things. Crafting with Tony, yeah. That was JJ30. She's doing the and Tina from Shabby would do a double envelope. So yeah, I've got some ideas from YouTube, but I've got a few of my own as well. I need to do some painted pages, which I've already mentioned. I need to make a new journal, a new prayer journal, and oh, some library cards. I need to make some library cards as well. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on about what I've got to do. Let me know what you want to do. Right. Take care, everyone. Sorry if that was my head. I apologise. And not a very tiny desk, is it? But I hope you enjoyed this little pastime. And I'll see you again soon, okay? Take care, everyone.